This is definitely canceling. Okay? Definitely canceling. Hey guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, I'm about to tell you in a few minutes before I get into this topic at hand. As the title says, make sure to subscribe here if you're new. Share this out with your friends, family, and colleagues, and also smash the like button down below. Please. This channel was originally wrestling, but now I added sports to it, and I previously made an NFL divisional playoffs video. Go check that out if you're into football, if you're into sports. But now this is a very important topic. So, as you know, Jay Briscoe of the Briscoe brothers, Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, had an epic match with FTR in a dog collar match. As you know, Jay Briscoe tragically passed away a couple days ago in a car accident. All right, the car accident, and the whole wrestling world was shaken. The universe was shaken. Superstars from WWE, AEW, New Japan, Impact, wherever were shaken up, and heartbroken by this tragic passing of Jay Briscoe. Unexpectedly, he's only 38 years old. His wife has kids. It's, it sucks. Obviously, it sucks. But as you know, Dynamite was last night, and yeah, if you watch Dynamite, they haven't really paid they haven't really mentioned Jay Briscoe all that much on the show. That's because a certain network doesn't want to associate with Jay Briscoe, and that's the network that has Dynamite on the show. And obviously, Tony Khan does have to cater to Warner Bros. Discovery because their Dynamite and Rampage are on TNT and TBS. Last night, obviously, Dynamite's on TBS, and they have to respect the wishes of Warner Bros. Discovery. But I'm not putting this on AEW. I'm putting this on Warner Bros. Discovery because if you know, Warner Bros. Discovery wanted nothing to do with Jay Briscoe or the Briscoe brothers. Nothing. And this all goes back to comments that Jay Briscoe made back in 2013, which is very anti-LGBTQ like. And I'm gonna pull up an article that he apologized too. He apologized. Okay, here we go. Warner Media reported prevented AEW from holding any kind of significant tribute for ROH Hall of Famer Jay Briscoe last night's live Dynamite show. So they wanted to pay tribute, and they didn't let them. A significant tribute. They wouldn't even let them. Dynamite opened with a graphic in memory of Briscoe. Yeah, that's true. Who passed away at the age of 38 on Tuesday following a fatal car accident. There was also a mention by Excalibur at the end of the show. The end of the show. See, they went to the end of the show. However, in Messers remember Briscoe of armbands and mixed tributes. However, a new report from Wrestling Observer Radio notes that there was not any kind of significant tribute to Briscoe on Dynamite because Warner Media did not allow them to do one. Yeah, because they don't want him on TV. It was previously reported that how Warner Media didn't want Briscoe on AEW TV due to past comments he made. Well, Jay Briscoe, not his brother. This is true. This is factual true. I remember that Warner Media didn't want the Briscoes or Jay Briscoe on their TV on their channels on their shows because past comments very anti LGBTQ comments that he made about a decade ago. And it says here, which he apologized for multiple times over and over and over. AEW's president of Ring of Honor owner Tony Khan ended up signing the Briscoes to ROH, and they are the current ROH World Tag Team Champions. Yes. But he was unable to get them on AEW TV. Many people were expecting something like the Brody Lee celebration of life at last night's Dynamite, but that obviously did not happen. But here's the thing. As noted, AEW Ring of Honor did tape the Jay Briscoe Celebration of Life show at the St. Martin Center in Fresno, California after last night's AEW Rampage taping. It will air free on via Honor Club and digital platforms at a later date. So basically here, yeah, they pretty much canceled Jay Briscoe. Warner Media pretty much canceled Jay Briscoe. Really, they wouldn't let him do it. They wouldn't let him on the show. They wouldn't let Tony Khan put him on Dynamite. Let them put the Briscoes on Dynamite because of Jay Briscoe's comments. He's still signed with Ring of Honor, but Ring of Honor is not really on. They don't really advertise it much on Dynamite. And Ring of Honor, they're starting up their Ring of Honor club, and they're starting their weekly shows with Ring of Honor very soon. So what AEW decided to do was basically have a tribute show on the Ring of Honor brand after taping Rampage, which is taped and then showed on Friday night. But that'll be on Honor TV, Honor Club TV live for free at a later day, as they said. But this is just an example of cancel culture. I'm not all in for cancel culture in this, because there's been situations not just in the wrestling world, but in entertainment world. People were canceling James Gunn, but they wanted him back for things he did 10, 11, 12 years ago that weren't true. And this, of course, he did the comments he made about 10, 11 years ago. I think it was 2013. Of course, he did say them, but over time, he's apologized multiple times over and over. People, there's some people out there that say people don't change and their views don't change. Yes, they do. People do change and their views change. And what I believe 10 years ago may not necessarily be what I believe now. And you can't hold that against them. People change. And maybe he's changed. Maybe his views. His views on. He doesn't have that mindset on the community anymore. I'm not gonna speak for the community. They can feel what they want, but I feel like people, views and opinions change over the years and how they see things and how they accept people, okay, for who they are. Maybe he's learned from that, okay? He's been around the wrestling community. There's a lot of not heterosexual people in the wrestling community. And so maybe he's learned to understand that over the 10 years. This is 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago, these comments, and they're canceling him for comments he made 10 years ago. And he's apologized multiple times. Maybe he has learned. He's possibly has learned. And this is they're canceling somebody who's dead. He passed away. Okay? Car accident, left a family. Yeah. Those comments are bad, but that was a decade ago, and he's apologized. Come on, you should just let AEW do stuff on Warner Brothers, and you should, and you know what, on TBS or TNT, and you know what, they could just let him on. They should just let him on Dynamite. If he's apologized over and over, and he's sincere about it, and serious, and there was even people in that community who accepted his apology. Okay. But Warner Brothers, no, we have to cancel this guy. Okay. When but you can release a movie called The Flash, where Ezra Miller has problems, right? Hypocritical, right? It's stupid. You're canceling a dead guy and a guy who apologized for stuff he said a decade ago that he possibly learned from, and he learned from. As people grow, people change. Your mindsets change, your views change, your opinions change. Give people, give them second chances. It's a problem in this world is we don't give people second chances, third chances. Third chances maybe a little bit, something I wouldn't exactly. You have to be, since third chances is harder to give, but second chances. Warner Brothers, come on, man. Come on. Let it go, man. And there's nothing they can do really because the guy's passed away, and they kind of force and and AEW has to cater to the Warner Brothers. They have to because their shows are on Warner Brothers networks like TNT and TBS, right? So they have to do what they are told, right? Otherwise, you could jeopardize future negotiations when they want to renew a contract with Warner Brothers Discovery for Dynamite and Rampage. It could do that, possibly. But I'm glad for AEW suggesting doing a tribute shoot, even though they knew that Warner Brothers Discovery probably wouldn't allow it, and they know that Warner Brothers Discovery is never gonna let this go with the Briscoe, so Jay Briscoe, even though he's right, like because of comments, those comments. I can forgive people if they for comments they made if they are sincere, they learn, they forgive. They for not forgive, but they learn, they're sincere about it. They're, right? People grow, people change. You may have a negative mindset that say people don't always change, but people do change, and as people grow, you know what? Your view of the world could change. Some people have always see the world as the same, but you know what? Some people grow and change along with all the rules these things. And I don't know. I think it's just wrong of Warner Brothers for counseling this guy, even though he's passed away, for stuff he said 10 years ago, which he's apologized multiple times. And that even the community forgave him. Warner Brothers, shame on you. Take care, guys. Oh, tell me your comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Take